welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my returning subscribers. Thank you to all of the new subscribers this month, as well as anybody new stumbling onto the channel today for the first time. Please join us, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. I do pick a card readings on this channel. I also offer a chance for my subscribers to win a free tarot reading from me. All they have to do is drop a comment beneath any of my videos this month for a chance to win. Even an emoji is fine. But be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so that if you're chosen the winner, I can contact you and we can get the ball rolling. But for today's pick a card topic, we're looking at the person on your mind and what is going to happen between you in the next 30 days. So this is a timeless reading, but whenever you see this reading, what's going to happen in this connection, in this relationship in the next 30 days time? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Lovers and the dark purple flower. Pile number 2 with the Temperance and the light purple flower. And pile number 3 with the Devil and the bluish flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, we're asking all about the next 30 days and what's going to happen in your connection. Pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the dark purple flower. You were also drawn to the Lovers card, and this is your reading. What can you expect in the next 30 days in the connection on your mind? This is a very fiery card, this particular Lovers card. The Lovers card doesn't have to speak about, physical energy, but it does definitely talk about a lot of attraction. It can really talk about somebody who feels really connected to you spiritually as well, but there is a lot of physical attraction associated with this specific card as well too. And so there's just so much going on in your connection. Perhaps you feel really, really attracted to them and vice versa. Maybe you don't know what the next step is going to hold or what the two of you are going to be, or where the two of you are going in the next 30 days. But let's take a look here. I'm getting a really strong Sagittarius energy coming through. Of course, Gemini. What is going to happen in the next 30 days? Oh, we're starting with the 8 of Wands. Five of Wands. Fire is the most powerful element in tarot, in my opinion. It just does so much. It consumes, it ignites things. It's like a fuse. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Star. Aquarius energy. We have the Sun, and we have the 10 of Cups. What is going to happen in between you in the next 30 days? We have the Justice. Back of the deck is the 6 of Wands and the Hierophant. Oh my goodness. It's funny because it feels like you're very uncertain about what's going to happen. It's like this attraction is really intense, and maybe things are moving very quickly, or maybe there's been a lot of momentum in this connection. Maybe the two of you have gotten very physical and very quickly, and that's not a bad thing because Spirit says that things are going to really be propelled in the next 30 days for you, pile 1. There is an emphasis here on fire, on travel, on movement. So you guys might be taking a trip together, but there is a really strong physical connection that I'm feeling between the two of you. So you may find that the next 30 days is filled with lots of physical connection, which sort of almost opens up a floodgate of more conversations. There's this interesting shift that I'm feeling in the next 30 days in your dynamics. There's the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. And it feels like the next 30 days is sort of a critical period for you to be vulnerable, for you to have fun together. And maybe you're afraid to ask this person, or maybe they're afraid to ask you. It's like, where is this headed? Where do you see this heading? It's like somebody in this connection wants to solidify the position, and it's like we want to put a name on what we are. It's like somebody perhaps wants some labels here. Can you clarify the 8 of Wands, please? What is going to happen between pile 1 and their person the next 30 days? We have the King of Swords reversed. And it does feel like the masculine energy here is feeling uncertain about saying something, about being the leader in the situation and saying, okay, this is how I feel, this is what I want. Are you on the same page as I am? We have the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. And there's an emphasis here. And now these are just my supports that are supporting my answer, but there's an emphasis here on the divine masculine specifically being afraid of some type of rejection or feeling uncertain because of past energies or past connections because they've been hurt before. It's like they're not sure if they're ready to break into a commitment or break into something that's definable in your connection, but there's something special about you. So they may not feel ready for evolution in this connection at this very moment in time, but the next 30 days are going to sort of shift some things between the two of you. There's more vulnerable conversations coming as well in the next 30 days. Amid a lot of this physical energy, there's a lot of more vulnerable conversations that are coming in. And these vulnerable conversations seem to be the benchmark of more, seem to be this propellant. Because there's the Four of Wands. And this is very kind of exciting because the back of the deck is the Six of Wands. This is victory for you. I feel like in the next 30 days, you guys are going to define this connection. You may decide, maybe it hasn't been defined yet and you haven't officially called each other girlfriend, boyfriend, but there's going to be a defining moment in the next 30 days where the two of you decide, okay, we might start maybe building a foundation together. Maybe we're going to start to really define what this connection is. It's like I keep hearing going steady. Because you can even see there's so much abundance with the Sun, with the Ten of Cups. It's about vulnerability. It's about making a decision based on vulnerability to go into something more clarifying, to go into something more abundant and more emotionally invested. If we started with fire, we're moving into emotional investment, which is beautiful. And it's going to pay off. So if you're the one being emotionally vulnerable, it's going to pay off. If this person is being emotionally vulnerable, it's going to pay off. We have the Lovers and the Queen of Swords. Also Queen of Cups coming out as well. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. A lot of air energy here with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They're all out. And there's an emphasis here on the Divine Feminine being the brave one and saying, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Are you feeling it too? Are you feeling it too? And the good news is they are feeling it too. And there's the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like the Divine Feminine is going to get exactly what they want in the next 30 days out of this connection. And it feels really exciting and it feels like it's filled with so much potential. There's so much attraction between the two of you. Here's the Knight of Cups on the back of deck and the Justice. Really strong emphasis on Libra energy. And there's the Strength. There's something really beautiful about what's forming between the two of you, Pile 1, in the next 30 days because you guys are perhaps, again, moving into a solid relationship. If it's been loosey-goosey, if you've been questioning in your own minds and your own hearts about where this is headed, it's heading to something more definable. It's headed to, and I feel like both of you are really nervous and vulnerable and feeling really anxious about this next chapter. But Spirit says you have no need to be, because you're going to be rewarded with the position that makes you both feel really good and makes you feel more secure about where this is going or what you're building together. We have attraction. Divine soul counterpart attractions transcend superficiality. And that's really what the Lovers can sort of start as, is this really strong attraction. And then it moves into this decision-based energy of like, what are we going to do with this attraction? Are we going to move it into something really solid? And that's what I feel like is going to happen for you. We have soul. Your soul is preparing to reconnect, so trust in the process, especially if it makes us feel anxious or insecure about the way that this connection is forming or the speed at which things are taking off, because I feel like things are moving really, really quickly, and maybe that makes you feel a little insecure. I feel like it definitely makes the King of Pentacles here feel a little bit insecure. But again, that vulnerability is going to be rewarded because we have rejoice and enlightenment. And it's the Ten of Cups. It's the Sun energy. It's all about enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognize that we are one with the divine and embrace your loving connection and rejoice. And it's all about victory because we're vulnerable. It's like an offer is being brought forward. It's like we're finally offering to each other what we really want, or we're offering our hand, or we're offering this cup of energy, this new emotional reset that is going to create a beautiful relationship ultimately. What is going to happen in this connection in the next 30 days? This is a very positive card to have been drawn to. We have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive and calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you two closer together. And the next 30 days is going to do just that. Bring the two of you closer together. I feel like you're already physically very close, but there is more of an emotional connection that I feel forming in the next 30 days. We have lots and lots of chemistry too. There's a strong magnetic attraction here on the back of that deck. We We have here, surrender to what is about to be revealed to you in the next 30 days in this connection, pile 1. The full moon. And it's, again, full spectrum. What do we need to release in order to move into something powerful with this person? It's like we're moving into, I don't want to say commitment cycles, but we could be on the road to commitment cycles. I feel like we are starting to build the foundation together. There's a moment in the next 30 days that is sort of a benchmark of moving on into something more powerful. A new romantic cycle begins for you, pile 1. Oh, we have here a time to give rather than to take, and nothing is yet set in stone. And that's why Spirit wants to bring that card up, because oftentimes I see that card when we are reminded about how unfixed the future actually is, because it doesn't exist yet until we create the future with our actions, our thoughts. And there is definitely an emphasis here on being more vulnerable and being open and being receptive to perhaps somebody being vulnerable towards us, or if we feel the call to be more vulnerable with others during conversations about the future. Spirit says that's going to be an asset for this future to unravel and to unfold in the way that it deserves to. What to expect in the next 30 days in this connection, please, for pile number 1. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and to be accepted. And we also have actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. There is an emphasis here on the Divine Feminine really taking control of the leadership role here. Now, this may resonate with you or may not resonate with you. Maybe you'll feel a little triggered by thinking that you have to be the aggressor if you are the feminine energy. And aggressor is the wrong word. It's more about being the vulnerable party in those moments when you feel like you're risking. You know, those quiet little moments together when you're having these really powerful conversations about the future, when you might feel triggered or prompted to speak what's really on your heart space. You'll be rewarded, Spirit says. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Beautiful, beautiful reading for you, pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl, please. It's like a new cycle is beginning as well for you, pile 1. Because of the momentum, a new cycle is beginning. Oh, there's the Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. There is definitely a feeling of somebody who has been hurt in the past, which makes us a little gun shy to take a chance in this new connection or take a chance here in this connection. But the 4 of Wands is such a green light. The 6 of Wands is all about victory. The star says that this new opportunity has the potential to lead us through a healing cycle and to be able to see things in the past in a whole new light, ultimately on the other side. So they're really encouraging giving in to the prompts and triggers that are going to be coming towards us concerning this connection in the future. Oops. But they always want to remind us that we have a choice. There's a really strong emphasis now on the Divine Feminine feeling really insecure. We have P, G, and X. We have R. We have the Divine Feminine healing, a special emphasis on Aquarius energy. We have, yes, we have the little owl as well, which I think about Divine Feminine energy. We also have sort of commitment cycles, or there's this ring around the Divine Feminine. It's like she's kind of stepping into some type of empowerment position in her relationship. We also have Leo energy, surrender with the seahorse, and we have the Holy Family and Taurus. There's an emphasis on Taurus with the Hierophant, and the Hierophant, even with the Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Pentacles, this can indicate again potential relationship evolution, potential commitment cycles in the future, which could encompass all sorts of new beginnings. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. I am on vacation this week, but I will be updating the shop shortly, so keep checking back. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you have a great week. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the light purple flower or to the Temperance, and this is your reading. What can you expect in this connection in the next 30 days? Now, the Temperance really talks about patience, about finding joy in the journey. So you may be spending a lot of time with this person, really going out and having fun as well. Sometimes there's a problem with patience when we're dealing with the collective energy. It's like we don't want to be patient. We want to see how things are going to evolve right this moment. But this card really encourages us to focus on the present moment. It can also be a card of deep, deep physical connection as well when we think about the alchemy and mixing together too, and maybe even meeting new people, maybe meeting extended friends as well. So let's take a look here and see what will happen in this connection in the next 30 days, please, for pile number 2. We have the Sun coming out. The Ten of Swords, the Four of Cups. That's a very contrasting energy. Eight of Swords. What's going to happen in this connection over the next 30 days, please? Eight of Cups. Five of Cups. Back of the deck is the Hermit, and we have the Emperor. Now let's clarify as we go. We have the Hierophant, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of eights here. Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, the Ace of Swords. I've lost it. On the floor, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We also have the Magician, and we have the Nine of Wands. So we have a very strong emphasis here on Aries energy and Leo energy. Taurus as well is here. So what I'm really feeling for you, pile 2, is that the next 30 days may feel very frustrating for you in this connection, because I feel like there is going to be an uncertainty. This person could be very passive towards you or not communicating with you as much or as vulnerably as they really need to. There's just a lack of clarity that makes you feel very vulnerable over the next 30 days in this connection. And there's this emphasis on, I don't know if I should throw in the towel or if I should sort of hold on to hope that things are going to progress beyond this point. Spirit is indicating that this could be very temporary, a temporary scenario for the next 30 days, but it's also going to create a lot of uncertainty for you. And so they want us to speak on that, about how unfulfilled this might feel or how unfulfilling it may feel for you, and how there is a truth surrounding that. They want you to reflect upon what you're trying to manifest and whether or not this person matches the criteria of those manifestations right now in terms of love, because there's definitely frustration. And a feeling of loss, a feeling of being overlooked and ignored perhaps for the next 30 days, which just makes you feel helpless and makes you feel so burdened by the unknown. It almost makes me feel like I'm going to be driven a little bit crazy over the next 30 days, just wondering with this uncertainty looming over my head. Even my light in the center just poofed out. There is an aspect and a questioning coming in for you at the end of this 30-day period where you may be questioning whether or not you want to continue to hold on to this connection, whether you want to be able to embrace change here, because it's like you just keep putting effort in or hoping for change, and there's just a frustration that I'm feeling coming in at the end of this 30 days. This Nine of Pentacles in the reverse does not indicate that we're feeling secure in where we stand with this person or where the connection is going as well. I also feel like this again, it feels very temporary. So after this 30-day period, you may hear from this person, or there may be more communication because there's clarity coming, but I feel like it's coming beyond this 30-day period. And then there's this uncertainty about, okay, well, what do I do with these feelings of dissatisfaction, of feeling overlooked or being ignored for this period of time? This Eight of Swords is saying that, you know, we really like this person and we don't want to perhaps see what they're putting us through or see the truth of the situation, because there's such a strong attraction that we feel that's propelling us forward. It's like we really like this person and we feel really disappointed in them because they didn't take the action that we deserved in this situation. Because I feel they're going to take a very passive approach. And there is a message coming through for someone about, on some level, we are anticipating this. On some level, maybe this is their MO. Maybe they've done this in the past where they haven't put the effort in that we deserve. The Temperance is talking about patience and imbalance that we may feel over the next 30 days, not feeling very secure. But this energy in and of itself gives us so much to think about. We can still use the in-between to reflect upon what we're trying to manifest and make those adjustments. The Eight of Cups here is talking about walking away as well. So you may feel tempted into other realms. You may feel like there's other things for you to explore. It also speaks about unsatisfaction and sort of feeling, I am getting a message about feeling foolish for holding on to this person or holding on to an expectation that would differ from the past experience that we have with them. And Spirit's here to support you during this moment, because other people's actions towards you do not indicate anything foolish about you. It has everything to do about them. And you're what's special about this connection, Spirit says. We have power. A power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. And that's what I feel with the Eight of Wands, is like this pressure of like wanting more, wanting solutions, wanting clarity in the situation. Rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled, but we have respect to your relationships on the back of the deck. And you may feel a lack of respect coming from this person over the next 30 days. I don't feel like it's permanent. I feel like it's only temporary, and this contact, or there'll be more effort or more momentum after that 30-day period, beyond, I should say, that 30-day period. But for the next little chapter, you may feel sort of frustrated. It is safe for you to love. Go ahead and make it says, give and receive the highest energy of all. And you deserve love. You are lovable. And then we have release your ex coming in the back of the deck, because you may decide that it's time to cleanse your energy. You may feel like you don't want to hold on to this expectation over this person in the future. That's where the Hermit comes in. It's a very contemplative energy, asking us, what do we want to manifest? How can we make adjustments so that we can experience the most abundant experience of all? There is an aspect of this you deserve love card where she's holding back that bow, which takes a lot of effort. So you may feel the necessity to take action towards this person, and maybe you're going to hold back because you feel like you have to magnify your strength in some way, or to solidify your position and maintain some type of boundary. What can you expect in this connection? What will happen in the next 30 days, please, for pile number 2? We have here, you and your loved ones are safe. I also saw believe in the impossible. New moon in Cancer. And especially if you are a Cancer, you could perhaps be a water sign. This could be something that really tests your emotions as well. It says here, you're very close to achieving your goal. The energy is gaining momentum, but don't let your past hold you back. And there is an aspect, again, it doesn't feel forever. The next 30 days is being highlighted here. I feel like there is going to be more clarity, or somebody coming forward with more vulnerability in beyond that 30-day period. And that's why Spirit says that if you feel prompted to reach out, maybe you'll feel like you have to hold back for now, because you'll be close to achieving your goal in the next 30 days, but perhaps it won't come in that time frame. Advice, please, for pile number 2. We have here, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. And ultimately here, the Hermit, that's exactly what the Hermit is being called to do. He's being called to shift his focus back to the present moment, back to love, back to perhaps self-care and self-love, because when we sort of express that through our heart space, we're setting a bar of example for others to follow in the future as well. So your guides are saying that there's going to be a sort of a frustrating 30 days waiting for you, pile 2. Advice in the bowl, please. The 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. It is just temporary. Coming from this Aries energy, and they're being sort of stubborn, holding back, not perhaps because they want to, maybe there are obstacles in the way, but they are taking a passive approach that's not making you feel very secure in your relationship overall. They are talking about this being a temporary energy, and Spirit just wants you to surrender to what's going to be revealed to you. Ooh, in the bowl today we have U and Z and I. We have here the scissors, an inability to commit. I also think about not being able to make a choice. We have the blank card, creative accountability. They don't want you to make excuses for this person. They ultimately have to take accountability for their actions. We do have the divine feminine stiletto. It's the white, black, and white shoe. And I always think about embracing the in-between to look at things from a higher perspective during perhaps a little bit of a silence or a passive approach in the very least. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit ignored or a little bit overlooked over the next 30 days. We have Leo energy, claiming your independence twice here, taking a stand. One cat sitting, one cat is standing. We also have here, it's like the divine masculine is going to be kind of stuck in commitments or being stuck at work, or they're going to have some excuses as to why they haven't reached out or there haven't been a lot of movement in the next 30 days. We do have the little elephant. I do think of endurance and India. I also think about past life. Aquarius, the leaf of change. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the bluish flower and to the devil, and this is your reading. What can you expect over the next 30 days with the connection on your mind? What is going to happen between the two of you? The devil can definitely talk about Capricorn energy and a lot of temptation. This is a very attractive devil. You can also see that there could be a lot of worry here. It's like there's somebody who feels controlled, maybe controlled by their worry, controlled by their negative thoughts. And maybe there's something that's really tempting us, but we are afraid to take action, or we're afraid to really give in to some type of temptation. So let's take a look here and see what to expect over the next 30 days. Let me just grab this deck. The Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot for you. Over the next 30 days, what can pile 3 expect in this connection, please? What will happen between them in the next 30 days? 2 of Swords. We have the Chariot popping out as well. Oops. It's interesting because if you look at this card, these are very different decks that I used for my header as opposed to the deck that I'm using for you today. And in this particular deck, you can see there's this sort of marionette energy, and then there's another one here where she's dangling somebody over the bank. So there's some cohesion here to what is going to happen in the next 30 days. We have the 8 of Cups coming out. The Lovers. There is like a huge decision to make here over the next 30 days. And I feel like somebody has a hard time making a decision in this situation. Even this Chariot wanted to come out sideways, but I put it in the upright. But then we have the 8 of Cups sort of lingering in a state of limbo. We have the Hermit and we have the Page of Wands. Now, Virgo energy is very, very prevalent here. Also, Gemini energy as well, Cancer energy. What's also interesting is the Page of Wands is here supporting this back of deck. And there's the 3 of Cups. Oh my. So there is an emphasis here, pile 3, over the next 30 days of feeling like another person is being controlled, or another person in this connection can't get away. So from commitment cycles, maybe from commitments at work, at home, whatever the case may be, it's like we're having to compete for attention, or we're having to compete for time. It's like timing is a factor. Timing is short. It's like I'm being sequestered from every angle. I can't really spread myself thin enough to be everywhere at once. That's what I'm feeling. It's like somebody who really wants to make plans and wants to do things and wants to go out and have fun with you and explore, but it's like they can't commit to the plan. So it's like maybe plans are made, but then they get canceled over the next 30 days. And that's going to frustrate you. It's like we have these optimistic desires, and then all of a sudden some of our hopes get dashed, and we're wondering, should we be holding space here? What should we be doing? Because there could be some type of karmic decision or karmic choice that has to be made with the Lovers. And there's a secret energy, like a secrecy that I'm feeling surrounding this connection. And sometimes you can see here with the Four of Pentacles, this is like concern for the home. It's like I have concern for my home, there's this wife situation here, perhaps. So there could be, again, commitment cycles that this person is responsible for. Maybe it's just their career. Maybe it's just a past connection. Maybe it's children. Whatever the case may be, there's something in the home that's challenging them from giving into the temptation that they feel with you. Or vice versa. Maybe you have to give into the temptation, because this 10 of Wands, look at the pelvis energy and the moth to the flame. It's like somebody who definitely wants to spend time with you and wants to have fun with you and wants to give into a temptation surrounding you. It's like you are very different from what they have to experience at home or what they have to experience in the workplace. It's like you're different. You give them reasons to express joy and happiness and levity. They want to explore something physical with you over the next 30 days, but they can't seem to commit to the plan. It's like there's a plan being made, but it's like I can't seem to nail down and commit to the plan of getting together and having fun because of these responsibilities. And I feel like, to be honest with you, it's like you're both equally disappointed in plans shifting and being moved and secrecy perhaps surrounding your plans. Because it feels like people are being pulled in every direction. Work has to have me. My home life has to have me. It's like everybody wants a piece of me, but I can't spread myself thin enough. We have the 8 of Swords. What is going to happen in the next 30 days in this connection, please? Page of Wands. And I feel like this is a very powerful physical connection. Like this person has a lot of fun with you or anticipates having a lot of fun with you. So they want to fuel their thirst in a very physical way. And there's an emphasis on Devil, Capricorn energy, world reversed. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups as well. And I just heard regretfully. It's like regretfully I'm going to have to cancel my plans, or regretfully I'm as disappointed as you are. It's a lot easier to make plans tentatively than it is to execute the plan, and that's what it feels like. Somebody who's fantasizing about you, somebody who's fantasizing about more, but they can't get away from their responsibilities, or they can't seem to make the plans work. So there's this unfinished cycle perhaps by the end of that 30 days where we're not feeling very, very confident. Could be feeling kind of frustrated. It's not over, Spirit should say. It's not over here. And there are solutions that can be found to expedite the process, to start to have fun, to actually give in to their temptation. Like there's things that can be done, but there is like a lack of focus towards those solutions, and there's more of a focus towards the disappointment. It's like, oh, I feel so bad, but I can't come see you, or oh, we're going to have to push back our plans because of A, B, and C. There just seems to be a lot going on, a lot on their plate. Maybe it's you as well. Maybe there's a lot going on for you and you can't commit to the plans. I just feel like there's going to be sort of plans that are formed that we're really excited about. But it's like the more and the closer that day comes and looms over us, the more worried we are about actually kind of putting our money where our mouth is and actually going down that path of exploration. So there's this emphasis here on, it's like we have our desires, the 5 and the 4 of Cups, it's the 9 of Cups, that's very abundant. But when we split it up, there is this feeling of disappointment, of like feeling ignored or feeling overlooked. There are some similarities here to pile number 2. We have here true love comes when you least expect it. And there's this empowerment and there's unexpected energy surrounding this connection in the first place. Perhaps we're surprised that we find each other attractive, or it's like I'm meeting somebody in my life when I didn't expect to meet them and didn't expect to feel this way about this person. But there are thorns amidst the roses perhaps. And they're wearing these, they keep highlighting the watches. It's like timing is a factor. It's like I don't have enough time, or the days just slip away from me. We have here illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. And feelings. Take time to explore the deep emotions that you're experiencing. There is a very strong fiery aspect to this connection. And there's this feeling of like codependency and intrigued and desire and a little bit of danger associated with the attraction as well. So sometimes we can get really wrapped up in that fantasy and it'll lead us down a path that's not very satisfying, or lead us down a path that feels limiting in some way. So Spirit just wants us to really spend some time in the next 30 days really reflecting upon the obstacles and reflecting upon the risk versus the reward. What will happen between you in the next 30 days? What is going to happen in pile number 3's relationship? He says, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And it could feel very frustrating. It's not over at the end of this 30 days, but there's decisions to be made. Sometimes the Lovers, again, is asking us to look at things above everything and asking us to look for the solutions. It can also be a card that talks about choices between people. We have here forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And romantic feelings, they are real and they are worth exploring. The attraction that you feel is very intense. The desire, the impulse, the want is very, very intense as well. But the obstacles could be very real and feel very stifling. We have here a new start is coming, the new moon. I do feel like this 30-day time cap, though, that we're putting on this reading, I feel like it's going to be affected by the delays here. It's not over. And I feel like there's going to be like constant communication over these 30 days. I just feel like the physical meetups might be challenging. Hold your vision, the fixed moon, and step outside of your comfort zone. And that's exactly what's going to have to happen if we want to really create solutions, really go down this rabbit hole of exploration, is to step outside of whatever comfort zone we feel attached to in this moment, whether it be security, insecurity, physical comfort zones that we have to move away from. So that could be a dynamic or a theme in this connection. We have here actions speak loudly, express your love through actions. And that could be something that irks you a little bit over the next 30 days, because if this person really, really, really wants to explore with you, which they feel like they really do, the pressure is there and the pressure is on them. It's like we're not observing perhaps enough effort. And so you may even say that to them, that actions speak louder than words in this situation, because there's going to be lots of communication, but perhaps an inability to commit to a date or an inability to maintain that date. It's like somebody who could cancel plans. It says here, look to your inner strength on the back of that deck. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3 for the next 30 days when it comes to this connection. The Hierophant, the 5 of Wands. Jealousy could be a factor in this connection over the next 30 days. Frustration and trying to find solutions. And I feel like you perhaps are going to be coming up with all sorts of solutions if the person on your mind is the one with all of the restrictions, but they may shoot those solutions down, because I feel like they're going to shoot some of those solutions down. And there just seems to be sort of a competition for my time or competition for my focus. It's like they won't be able to, or somebody in this connection won't be able to actually make concrete plans and stick with them. We have a T, O, S, X. We have and. We have forever friends, the puzzle piece. We have a pizza. We also have a bird, so news on the way. But a chain, you guys were drawn to the devil. Here's the devil chain. I also think about changes. It's like uncontrollable changes that happen as a result of tearing ourselves away from that devil energy. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. Even if you have to come back, I would love to hear your story. You can also check out my link for Etsy as well for a personal reading, and that link is below. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.